everybody, it's Nina. Thanks for joining me today. I wanted to share a look inside the new Simon Says Stamp October 2017 card kit. This card kit is Brushstroke Messages, and it features a lot of really fun things in the kit, including this really cool stamp set. And so I want to share all the things in the kit with you today and let you see close up what everything is, but also show you what some of the things do, such as this tool here. I'll show you what this one is in a little bit. So why don't we head on over to my desk and check out the kit and see what's inside. Okay, so we've got the card kit here, and I'm going to first start off by showing you the stamp set. So this stamp set is Brushstroke Messages, and as the name of the card kit suggests, that's kind of goes along the same theme. It's Brushstroke Messages. So in this set, you get not only some really great brushstroke images, which you can use in a variety of different ways to make some really cool painted backgrounds, but you also get some fabulous sentiments. So we've got thank you, you are loved, happy birthday, just wanted to say you're amazing, you're going to rock this, you got this, and there's even a little heart too, which looks like it's been painted. So this is a really fun set to be able to use it in a lot of different ways. I really love how you have these stripes. You could make striped backgrounds. You could make kind of this one here, which you could stamp with a color and then stamp one of the sentiments inside. Same kind of thing with this one. A lot of really neat things you could do with this set. Another Simon exclusive product we have in the kit is the Ultra Fine Steel Navy Embossing Powder. This is really fine detail embossing powder, which is something I actually really like because fine detail powder allows you to get really nice embossed images much better than just a plain embossing powder. If you're looking to heat emboss sentiments and such, that is something I would recommend you using is an ultra fine powder. Now this powder is a new color, of course, and it's a beautiful blue tone. You can see the different colors in there. There's some nice beautiful sheen to it. I actually heat embossed a couple of the images here for you so you can get an idea of what it looks like on different colors of cardstock. So I have a light blue here, looks really nice on there. It looks pretty cool on the black. I wouldn't heat emboss a sentiment necessarily in the black, but I used the sentiment because I wanted to show you how fine of a detail you can get with this powder. So that's on black. That would look really cool if you heat emboss some images, say like a background stamp, and heat embossed it with the navy embossing powder. That would look really neat. Here it is on white. Of course, it stands out beautifully. And again, you can see that really gorgeous detail that you get because this powder is fine detail. And then I also did it on a piece of navy cardstock, and you can see you get a neat tone-on-tone effect with that embossing powder on a navy cardstock. Looks really neat. Okay, so that's the embossing powder. Now, also we have a couple of Simon Says Stamp exclusive envelopes. These are straight edge envelopes with a self-sealing flap, and this is a really beautiful metallic ivory color. I really like this, and it matches all the colors that are in the kit. So these will coordinate with whatever project you make using the October card kit. We also have one more Simon exclusive, and that is the swirl flower die. And this is really cute because it creates this little flower in a swirl pattern. And I'll go ahead and cut this out so you can see what it'll look like here. So I've got my Sidekick machine here. This Sidekick machine is from Sizzix, and it is so useful for cutting small images. So I have this little flower, and of course you can see it fits on the little cutting plates perfectly. But I don't have to pull out my big cutting machine every time I need to cut something small. I can just go ahead and run this through my little Sidekick. And I have used this for everything from small individual dies like this to cutting out coordinating die cut images. It is so useful. Okay, so I've die cut the flower, and I'm going to use my craft pick to pop it out. It's a really, really delicate flower. Pull this out here and not rip it. So here's the flower, and you can see how detailed that is, and also how small. I mean, this is my finger sitting next to it, and you can see it's a really detailed flower. And this is really fun for making some die cut backgrounds. I would love to die cut a bunch of these and then layer them all over the background to make a fun little scene. Okay, so that's the swirl flower die. And next up we have these beautiful papers, which are from My Mind's Eye. And My Mind's Eye always has some gorgeous papers, but these I really like because they have a gold, or actually rose gold foiling on many of the papers in this pack. you get a whole pack of these papers. There are double-sided sheets. So I'll go ahead and flip through some of these here so you can kind of see what kind of patterns you get. You get, of course, ones that don't have any foiling, but then you have the ones that do. And I love this pattern. I would love to have like maybe my phone case in that kind of pattern. It's really pretty. You got watercolored looking stripes, kind of goes along with the same painted feel of these background stamps from the Brushstroke messages set. You have also some other ones here that are a little bit more abstract. Got some polka dots and some pinstripes with the rose gold detailing. Again, more polka dots. And one of the things I like about the polka dots is that they're not perfect. So you can see as I hold this up, they almost look like they've been painted. So they don't have a perfect polka dot feel, and I like that. You have a gorgeous ombre, some more scattered polka dots, kind of like confetti, hearts, and again, more polka dots, although these are a little bit more perfect. Still a little imperfect, but more on the perfect side. Just a plain pink and a pink with pinstripes. So you can see you get a lot of really fun patterns and different types of images on these papers. Really, really pretty. Okay, so those are the papers. And again, this is from the My Mind's Eye Blush collection. All right, this is my favorite piece out of the whole kit, I think, because this is so beautiful. These are rose gold mirror cardstocks from Tonic Studios. Tonic Studios always has some amazing things, and this rose gold mirror cardstock is so much fun. So I have one sheet of this in the card kit. You'll get a sheet as well, and you can also get these individually over at the Simon Says Stamp Shop, which I will link to. You can get a whole pack of this paper. So you get a rose gold mirror cardstock sheet. You also get, of course, some Simon cardstocks. You've got smoke, navy, and white. Or actually, this is ivory, I'm sorry. So you get smoke, navy, and ivory, and you get a sheet of each of those. And then there's also some fun tools in this month's kit. So I want to show you those and demonstrate them a little bit just so you can get an idea of what you do with these. So I'll first start off with the multi-matte medium. Most of you are familiar with multi-matte medium is. It's a liquid glue, and when this glue dries, it dries clear and it also dries matte. So which means if you were to put the glue onto something and it would to ooze out of the side of whatever you're adhering together, you won't see this glue once it's dry because it has that matte finish, which is really, really helpful. Now, along the same lines of the glue, we have this detail glue applicator, and this is very helpful for when you're wanting to adhere small die cuts such as this. And I'll show you here. I'm going to go ahead and take an acrylic block and squirt just a little bit of the glue onto that block. Now with the applicator, you can go ahead and dip this into that glue and brush it onto your die cut. So I'm brushing this onto that really delicate die cut that we cut out with the swirl flowers die, and I'm brushing that glue onto here. So basically what this is doing is this is applying glue onto the die cut for me rather than using the nib of the bottle, because you can see the nib is quite large. It's not a huge nib, but it's not going to give you a fine detailed nib such as some of the applicators that you can get and fill with liquid glue, such as this one here. This one I have filled with PPA matte adhesive, but you can see that it has a really fine tip to it, and that's because it's a detail applicator, whereas the Ranger Multi-Matte Medium just comes with a regular applicator tip. Okay, so I've added some glue along the one side here, and I'm going to bring this over to a piece of cardstock and press that down. And because I used that applicator to apply the glue down along this area, I don't have any glue oozing out of the edges because it's applying just a small amount. It's basically brushing the glue onto the paper. So instead of trying to put a tiny bit of glue using the bottle, you can use the applicator, and that's really helpful for adhering small intricate die cuts such as this. You can see I've already attached one here using that same applicator. I had attached this area with the liquid glue and the applicator, and I was able to attach it down onto this cardstock, and it holds really, really nicely. Okay, one more tool included in the kit is the Emboss It pen from Ranger. And this pen is basically an embossing ink in a pen form. So you have your usual embossing ink pads such as the Simon Says Stamp Clear ink. Well, with the embossing ink pen, you can actually write, draw, do whatever you want with the pen, and you can create your own sticky areas that would basically you would use for stamping, you can create it with the pen. So here I wrote out the word Simon and I drew a heart and filled that in with the pen. And then I was sprinkling just a little bit of the navy embossing powder on top, and I heat set it. You can see you get a gorgeous embossed detail on that paper. So this is really great for creating some fun embossing details that you want to add to your paper. Maybe you want to highlight, say, a stamped image and you want to fill it in with the embossing pen and then add the embossing powder on top. You could easily do that with the pen. So this is a really helpful tool for creating some fun effects on your cards. So that's a look at the new Simon Says Stamp October 2017 card kit. This card kit is available for purchase over at the Simon Says Stamp shop. And if you want to, you can buy just some of the items that are in the kit individually. If you don't want to get the whole kit, you just want to buy the pieces individually, you can definitely do that. If you want to get the kit, I would actually encourage you to subscribe so that you can get a slight discount on the kit, and you're also guaranteed a kit every month. You can also opt out if you're not interested in getting a kit for a particular month, but I really love the Simon kits. I've always loved getting them, and I think they're really fun to work with. So I think you would enjoy having the Simon kits if you don't get them already. And again, that feature of being able to opt out if you don't want a certain kit in a month, a certain month, is a really great feature. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this video and a quick look at the items that are in the new Simon Says Stamp October Brushstroke Messages card kit. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more inspiration. I will see you again very soon, and have a great day. Bye!